Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a snow globe. This is a fun little decoration that I designed for my city that you can actually get inside and walk around. I just thought that it might be something to help spruce up your city. Hope you enjoy. This is the amount of space required to make your build. Feel free to make this grid in your world if you do feel as though it will help you out. And here are all of the materials that we will use throughout the build. Please do make sure that you have access to all of these. Step 1. If you have made the grid, come all the way over to the front left hand corner of it. And then count to the right, 1, 2, 3. And then inwards, 1, 2. On top of this block, place a stripped spruce log. And then 4 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then place 2 stripped spruce, extending back and right diagonally. 1, 2. And then back by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then place 2 stripped spruce back and left diagonally. 1, 2. Extend left by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Extend forwards and left diagonally by 2. 1, 2. And then forwards by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then finally join together diagonally to give us this perfectly almost circular shape. Like this. So next we are going to pick a side to be the front. This one is my particular side, but you can choose any of the other 3. On the front of your snow globe, we want to place a spruce stair on the center stripped spruce. Then, also in front of the center stripped spruce as well. We can then proceed to place stripped spruce logs on top of the foundation that we have built. So they want to be 2 rows high in total. We can also fill the center of it in with calcite or any other solid white block that doesn't melt. That's the important part. I like calcite because of the brilliant white colour and also the texture. I think it looks quite a bit like snow. And it doesn't melt. So, the next thing we want to do is place spruce trap doors around the long sides of the bottom of the snow globe. So this is just going to give us a little bit of a texture change at the base of the snow globe while still maintaining the same material. We're going to use oak buttons on the corners of our circle. I'll let that sink in for a second. On the corners of our circle. Welcome to Minecraft. And it'll just give us quite a nice little pleasing effect like this. Next is going to be the globe itself. It's not too difficult to make. So let's start on the right side here, and we'll start at the front. We want to place a glass block on the front block of the long side of the right side. That's quite a sentence. We then want to place a glass block upright diagonally, and then extend up by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then place 2 blocks up left diagonally. 1, 2, and then let's make it 3 because it should have always been 3. Extend to the left by 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then place 3 blocks bottom left diagonally. So 1, 2, 3. Extend down by 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then join back to the globe like this. We then want to extend all of these glass blocks forwards by a row, like this. So it wants to overhang the long side by 1 row. That's quite important. And then the next layer of glass that we're placing is going to sit inside of the previous layer, and the corners of the glass are not going to join together. This is an important distinction, as once we have placed 1 layer of glass, and once again, it has not joined together in the corners, and it sits snugly inside the previous layer, we then want to place a layer of glass outwards in front of this that sits inside of the previous layer that didn't join together. However, this layer does join together at the corners. This just helps vary the shape a little bit. And last but not least, this is the easy part, we then want to add a final layer of glass where simply we cover up the previous shape. So we just want to make a nice sort of circular shape like this. So what we can then do is extend the sides of the glass back. So we can take the largest shape that we made with our glass, the outer shape, and we can extend this. We can even count the rows if you like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows back. Or, more importantly, you simply want to make it overhang the long side of the snow globe by 1 row, just as we did with the front. And then we will want to do the same effect that we did on the front as well. So that should be relatively easy to do. I'm having a difficult time seeing the glass right now. I don't know whether it's just my eyes or whether it's the texture of the glass. I don't know which one to blame. So now that we've done that, we just have 3 more layers of glass to make. So the first layer, again, I want to remind you that it just sits snugly inside of the previous layer, and it doesn't connect in the corners at all. And we will eventually get back to the bottom here. Then the next layer is going to, once again, sit inside, but it is going to join in the corners. Important distinction. And last but not least, we are going to place a layer of glass that sits in front and outside of the previous layer, just covering up the entire gap that was left. And in doing that, we will have a pretty cool looking snow globe. I really like it. So the next thing that we're going to do is make the entrance into the globe. This is easily done by smashing this singular glass block right here at the front where we have the stairs. We have to make the house first of all, because it's the biggest part, it makes sense. So we need oak doors, spruce logs, dark oak planks, dark oak stairs, spruce stairs. We will also need spruce slabs, spruce signs, oak buttons, and that might be it for the house. So, where we have the spruce stair on the front, we want to leave a gap of 2 in the ground. 1, 2, moving backwards, place an oak door. Left and right of the oak door, we want to have 3 spruce logs facing outwards like this, built up on the left and right. Those same logs, we want to extend backwards by 2 rows, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. We want to join them together at the back using dark oak planks like this. And then on the back of the build, we'll do the same as we did the front, which is to place spruce signs. We want to place spruce signs in front of the bottom 2 pairs of spruce logs with oak buttons at the top. And we're going to do the exact same thing on the front. Above the door, we'll place ourselves a dark oak plank. And on the sides of the roof, we will place spruce stairs hanging off both sides like this. We could even make the roof a little bit more. I guess what we could do is also make the middle block like upside down. It kind of looks a little interesting. We'll play with that. We'll see if we like that. And then on top of the logs, we also want to place spruce stairs. We want to place an upside down dark oak wood stair in between the back pair of stair, and then spruce slabs along the top. I think that kind of adds a cool little texture to that. I kind of like that. We could even add like a little tiny chimney. We'll see about that. So now that we have done that, we are going to add a little bit more detail around the inside of the... Well, we could also grab spruce signs as well, and we could add spruce signs around the top of the logs, the top layer of logs, and that would also kind of shake things up a little bit. You could even add a window and such, but there's not really anything inside here, so... If you wanted to, this is something that I've only just thought of. You could even add like glowstone or something like that to kind of like make it look a little bit more alluring on the inside, or you could add like a candle or a lantern. Candles might be a good idea. We might try that in a second, but inside of here we want to add a few decorations around the floor that will require some spruce logs. some rails. We'll need podzol to texture the ground, some flower pots, ferns, spruce saplings, spruce leaves, and we'll just leave it at that for a second. So on the right side of the build, I want to have a set of spruce logs. These stem from the corner, but we want to leave a gap of 1 from the corner, the back right corner specifically, and we want to have a row of 3 spruce logs. On the back, we'll have a set of rails connecting from the ground on top of the log, and we'll also do the same at the front. Then, we will place a little bit of podzol in and around the inside of our snow globe, and we'll just kind of like place it sparingly and a bit randomly around the inside. I think that looks pretty okay. And then we also want to place some flower pots. However you want to do that is kind of up to you, but I'm going to fill them with ferns and spruce saplings because they just kind of look Christmassy. I like the effect of them. In the back left-hand corner of the build, literally on this corner block, we're going to place a series of spruce logs, probably 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5, extending all the way up. And the idea here is that we want to make a spruce tree. So let's just start by placing spruce leaves all the way around the trunk of the tree. We want to be able to walk around the tree as well, that's important. And then we can kind of just extend them out a little bit, just anywhere that we feel as though that they might extend out. And I think that looks pretty good, I'm quite happy with that. Maybe even an additional one at the top here, that looks pretty good. And if at any point you're in doubt as to whether you like it or you think it looks good, just move away a little bit, and I think that looks pretty cool. So, last but not least, we are well, not even last actually, we are going to make a little lantern, a lamp post. So, we require granite wall, oak fence, spruce trapdoors, lanterns, and that might be it. But for later, we'll need some white wool, white carpet, and string. So, in the front left-hand corner of the snow globe, we're going to place a granite wall, a couple of oak fence on top. On top of that, a spruce trapdoor, extend it forwards, and underneath it chuck a lantern. Perfect. It provides a nice little bit of light. Whilst I am thinking about it, I'm going to grab good old regular candles. And I can use white wool for this, it doesn't really matter what the wool is. And I want to place some candles inside the house because I think it will look a little bit nicer from the outside to kind of be able to just sort of like see candles. Very, very minor effect, but it is an interesting thing to kind of like see it. It's a bit more interesting than just glowstone. And then, if you like, so this is where I'm not sure, this is a little bit in contention for me. So I want to add a little bit of snow to the snow globe. And the idea is this, probably about 3 pieces, I wouldn't go too many more. And I kind of want to add snow in kind of like, let me show you from the outside because it's easier. I want to show falling snow. So like 1 piece at the back left corner, 1 piece at the kind of like middle right, and then 1 piece at kind of like the front left corner. We might even drop that a little bit. But what also equally looks good instead of using white wool is white carpet. And it's also a little bit less intrusive. At the back it doesn't matter as much because we, you know, it's kind of like in the back left corner, it's at the top, it's not as bad, but I actually think that I might prefer the white carpet as kind of like a snow effect. And you can add more or less of that, that's completely up to you. And I'm quickly realising at this point in time, ladies and gentlemen, we've actually completed the snow globe, that flew by. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you have enjoyed this little Christmas decoration. If you have, please do remember to subscribe to the channel and click the little bell next to the subscription button. That'll ensure that you get all my videos sent directly to your sub box. And if you would like to make anything that you may have seen around Stream City as we've been building this, check out the description below and more than likely, the comment section as well for the City Builds playlist. It has loads of stuff in there that you might enjoy making. And if you would like to tour my city for yourself, have a bit of a walk around, even alter it in some way, channel members have access to a download link for a fresh, brand new version of Stream City every single time it's updated. If you're a channel member and you may want to become one for this perk, then you can find that in the Community tab, Java Edition only. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.